Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel, Real Talk English Podcast. Today, we will talk about how fast can you speak English. Let's talk about it. Have you ever thought, oh my goodness, English speakers speak so fast. How will I ever be able to speak like that? Well, today I have some good news for you. I'm going to share with you 7 important tips that native speakers use when they speak quickly. We're going to talk about reducing sounds, cutting off sounds, and connecting sounds. Then, at the end of this lesson, I have a challenge sentence for you that I want you to be able to say as fast as you possibly can. So, let's get started with the first tip. My first tip for speaking fast English is to use contractions. What are contractions? They're when you put 2 words together. I'd like to go is I would like to go. He's busy. He is busy. What you doing? What are you doing? If you'd like some tips about how to pronounce boss or e contractions, I made a video about that up here to help your pronunciation. But this first tip is the most simple. We'll talk about some more difficult tips later. And it's an easy way to speak quickly. I'd like to go. I would like to go. Do you see how we can speak quicker? Because we're cutting off all the sounds in the word would except for that final D. I'd like to go. Great. Let's go on to the second tip. My second tip for speaking fast English is to reduce these 4 common verbs: gonna, wanna, gotta, have to. I'm gonna study English means I'm going to study English. That word to simply becomes I'm gonna study English. Or you might say, I want to study English. Here, we're changing want to wanna. Again, the word to change is to a. I want to study English. Or maybe you will say, I gotta study English. Here we have a longer verb. I have got to study English becomes I gotta. I gotta study English. And then you might say, I have to study English. Have to here again to changes to a. I have to study English. Can you say these with me? I'm gonna study English. I wanna study English. I gotta study English. I have to study English. Beautiful sentences, and it's so fast. My third tip for speaking fast English is to reduce the word you when you're asking a question. We're going to talk about 3 common question words. 1. And unfortunately, the word you reduces in a different way for each question. So listen carefully, and let's check it out. The first question word is what. How can we reduce the question, what are you doing? What are you doing? We could reduce this to say, whatcha doin', whatcha. It sounds like a CH sound here. Actually, we've cut out completely the word R, and the word you just becomes cha. Whatcha doing? You might notice, too, extra tip, that the end of the word doing, that G also gets cut out. Whatcha doin', whatcha doin'? So, I end that word with an N. Whatcha doin', doin'? Whatcha doin'? Oh, I'm teaching an English lesson. Oh, I'm studying English. I'm going to sleep. Whatcha doin', whatcha doin', whatcha doin'? Let's talk about the second WH question. Where are you going? Where are you going? Do you notice the same thing happening here with that ing at the end? Where you going? It ends with an N. What is happening with the word you? Where ya? We just changed it to ya, not you, but ya. Where are you going? And again, we cut out R. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? What about if you wanted to ask a polite question? Would you help me? Maybe you need some help in the office. You might ask this lovely question, would you help me? But if you want to say it fast, you could say, would ya help me? Would ya help me? Would ya help me? Instead of a ch sound like we talked about before, what ya doing? Here instead, we're going to say ja. Would ya help me? Can you say that with me? Would ya? Would ya help me? Would you help me becomes would ya? Would ya help me? Would ya help me, please? Tips number 4, 5, and 6 include cutting off sounds. These are a little bit more tricky, so let's pay attention carefully. Tip number 4 for speaking fast English is to cut off the T at the end of words. What about this sentence? I go out every night. I go out every night. Do you hear I go out every night? Instead, your tongue is at the top of your mouth. You're about to make the T sound, but no air goes through, so it's just stopped at the top of your mouth. 1. I go out every night. I go out every night. If you would like to know some more common sentences in English that use this, we use this all the time, but you can check out this video I made up here. About how to pronounce the most common sentences in English. I go ooh every night. Can you say that with me? I go ow every night. Tip number 5 for fast English is to cut off the letter D at the end of words. Let's check out this sample sentence. I found a blue and white card. I found a blue and white card. I found a blue and white card. Maybe you found a blue and white card on the street, and it was a birthday card that someone just threw out their window. I found a blue and white card. I found. The word ends in the letter N. I found a blue and white. The word and is being reduced. Just cut off that final D sound. I found a blue and white car. This is a little bit different than the word car. I drive a car. Because your mouth is making the shape of that D sound. But it's not making the vibrations happening. You're not actually making a D sound, but your mouth is making that shape, car. My tongue is flat against the roof of my mouth to make the D, but it's not coming out, car. Can you say that sentence with me? I found a blue and white car. 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 My 6th tip for speaking fast English is quite advanced. It is to cut off the first sounds with a few pronouns, him, his, her, and them. Let's look at a couple of sample sentences. I think he's right. I think he's right? There's no H happening here. I think we. Think kind of sounds like you're saying thinky, I think we's right. Do you notice, too, at the end of the word right there's no T sound? I think we's rye. I think we's rye. I think we is rye. We do this all the time. Let's go on to another pronoun. It's his turn. It's her turn. It's his turn. It's her turn. This one's a little bit weird, isn't it? The H at the beginning of his and her is cut off. We don't do this all the time, but it does happen often enough that you want to make. Sure, you could understand when native English speakers are using it, and also so that you can use it yourself. It's wire turn. 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 It's turn. It's turn. It's was turn. It's was turn. We're not saying it's his turn. It's was turn. It's was turn. It's we're turn. It's were turn. It's were turn. What about the word them? I listened to them. I listened to them. I listened to them. The word them has the th cut out, and instead you're saying I listened to 'em. And maybe if someone asks about some music that you like, you might say, oh yeah, I listened to 'em. I listened to wem. I listened to wem. This is quite casual, and we use it a lot in daily conversation. I listened to we'em. Can you say that with me? I listened to wem. So we need to reduce some pronouns as we're speaking. Him, his, her, them. My seventh tip for speaking fast English is specific to American English. It is to change a T sound to a D sound. Now, you might have noticed that we've done a lot with T's and D's. D, cutting them off at the end of words. And here we're changing them for each other. So, when we say a word like the word better, water, do you hear better? Water? No. In American English, a T that's between two vowel sounds, it doesn't always have to be a vowel, but between two vowel sounds is going to change to a D, better, water. Let's look at a sample sentence. The sweater is better. I like water. Sweater. Notice that T, it's between two vowels. Is better, it's between two vowel sounds. I like water, also between two vowels. But what if we take it up a notch? These T's in the next sample sentence are also between vowel sounds. But it's not so clear. Put it in the desk. We have a lot of D sounds. Put it in. Put it in. What's happening with that T at the end of the word put? Well, it's a T between two vowels, even though there's two separate words. Put it in. And the word, it is between two vowels, even though it's two separate words. So, I know this can be a little bit tricky, but you're going to hear native speakers use this all the time. So make sure you can do it. Ooh. 2. Can you say it with me? Put it in. Put it in. Put it in the desk. 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 Do you see how that makes it much faster? Because instead of spending the time to let the air come out of your mouth, your tongue is just tapping the top of your mouth to make a D. Put it in. Put it in, instead of put it in. It makes it a lot faster. Are you ready for a final challenge sentence? It's going to combine so many of these 7 tips. Skyer. And it's going to challenge your mind and your pronunciation muscles. Our sentence is, I'm gonna eat his food, and it'll taste great. Phew, pretty fast. Let's break it down. I'm gonna. Remember those reductions we talked about at the beginning of this lesson? We have a contraction, I am, and then we're reducing going to become gonna. I'm gonna eat his. Here, the final T is changing to a D. But why is it changing to a D if the next word doesn't start with a vowel? Side. Well, do you remember that we need to cut off the H for the word his? So instead it sounds like a vowel. Whiz. Ease. So let's change that T to a D and make sure that you cut off the H. Eat, war, whiz. Can you say that with me? Eaties foodoo. Foo. What happens to that final D? We just cut it off, foo, and we're cutting off the next D. It'll taste great. It'll, ale. What is happening with this contraction? Well, when we say the contraction it will, we kind of add a little U sound before the L. It kind of sounds like U-L, L, it'll. So here we have two vowel sounds, even though we don't see them, similar to before, eat, his. So here we have it'll tassi. Here we're cutting off the T, gria, and we're cutting off the tiron again, it'll tassa grida. Can we go back and say this full challenge sentence together? Let's give it a try. I'm gonna eat his food, and it'll taste great. So much going on here. Let's try to say it fast. I'm gonna eat his food, and it'll taste great. I'm gonna eat his food, and it'll taste great. I'm gonna eat his food, and it'll taste great. Phew. Great. I hope you can say this by yourself. Use those pronunciation muscles and challenge yourself. Thanks so much for learning English with me. I want to know in the comments which one of these fast English tips was new for you. Can you make a sentence with one of these fast tips? Try to speak it quickly. And if you see other comments, you can try to say them fast as well. Wah. Thanks so much for learning with me, and I'll see you again next Friday for a new lesson here on my YouTube channel. Bye. The next step is to download my free ebook, 5 Steps to Becoming a Confident English Speaker. You'll learn what you need to do to speak confidently and fluently. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more free lessons. Thanks so much. Bye.